I wasn't even going to make a video on this. But after a couple of people asked for my opinion on the matter, and I saw Supernova's half-baked response, I figured this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump on and make a video. None of this is scripted. None of this was planned at all. I'm not even going to do any cuts of this. I kind of just want to roll along and keep this raw and talk about, well, my opinion. And for those who don't know what this video is about, it is about the recent drama at Sydney Supernova that went ahead this weekend. And said drama was that a stall was selling neo-Nazi and racist flags and other propaganda. And how that happened, I have some ideas, but just really, the open question of how this was allowed to happen is inexcusable. It's abhorrent. These guys have actually appeared in Supernova in the past. They had a stall in 2019, and I actually approached them. And I said straight out to them, how can you open a stall like this? And the bloke said to me, it's none of my effing business. And I thought, okay, I am, working on behalf of another company at Supernova, and I thought, I'm not going to start drama, I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to walk away. I did make a complaint, and I was too busy the rest of the weekend where I thought, look, I hope those idiots are dealt with, because we know better here in Australia, especially in our cosplay community. I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, obviously not, because they're back. Now, they say that these guys registered under a different name in order for their booth to be accepted. And that's how they kind of fell in beneath the cracks. And I just think that's a horrible excuse. Anyone who's never set up at a convention before, you're, usually like a day or two prior to the event actually happening, you get to set up at the stall. Sometimes it happens on the Thursday if a convention is happening on a Saturday. So, Thursday you've got everything planned out, and if anything goes to hell, then you got Friday to kind of fix things up. Smaller stores usually just need Friday. Right? So either way, I'm very sure that this specific booth had to set up well before the convention opened up, right? And look, I decided not to go to this Supernova. I was going to go on today, Sunday, but I just thought to myself, look, with the COVID cases popping up all over the place, the last thing I want to, get caught in is a potential hotspot. We all know that Supernova is the home of the conflu. It's the only convention where a lot of us seem to get sick. And I thought, well, I'm not risking it. Thank goodness I didn't have to work for any other brands or vendors, and I wasn't judging for the competition. So I thought, I'm not going to go. And I just jumped on Twitter and Facebook, and I saw all the pictures come up of this booth. And you can see it, like the anti-fascist, it's like a poster. It's got the middle finger with the Nazi symbol on it, very, very family-friendly content right there, There were shirts saying, white, heterosexual Australian, something along those lines. There was a Don't Tread on Me flag, which these guys realise we're in Australia, right? We don't like loser flags here in Australia, but okay. All right, you do you. There was also the imperialist Japanese flag, which I know people and ah about that being racist, but I'm sorry. At a booth where they're, putting Australia Pride, very racist Australia Pride flags and other racist or white supremacy content, it kind of puts things into perspective on what these guys' opinions are. And they stayed up and open for business all day Saturday. It wasn't until Sunday, after many, many attendees of Supernova went online and expressed their concerns, did Supernova respond at 11 a.m. Sunday saying, oh, we've dealt with the matter. Like, actually, it was worse than that. I'm going to literally load it up right now, and I'm going to link it all below, right? But this was Supernova's response, okay? Hi, everyone. We wanted to provide an update regarding a particular exhibitor that was present yesterday. We thoroughly investigated the matter with the assistance of the information provided by attendees overnight, and the exhibitor was subsequently removed from the event. Early this morning, with security present. This kind of behavior is unacceptable, and we thank you for bringing it to our attention. Why did it have to be brought to your attention in the first place? Why? Like, I'm sorry. There are, either volunteers or marketing management, whoever. There's people always walking around during setup, making sure that, people are abiding by the rules. But also, if there's this kind of dangerous, harmful, hateful content, why wasn't the alarm raised at all before the convention opened? I'm sure it was, and then it fell on deaf ears until enough people started an outcry, and then it was finally taken down. But this is the second time that this booth has shown up at Supernova. It's a joke. Holy shit, Supernova. What? Like, honestly. And also the fact, right, that apparently, I'm going to be linking everything down below as well, but apparently the big boss of Supernova is apparently anti-vaccine, anti-mask, stuff like that, which, whatever, that's his opinion. I don't agree with it, but that's his opinion, all right? But apparently he was also being buddy-buddy with this guy, with this booth guy, right? I just think that's, well, I think it's kind of sus and not good at all. Why this individual thought that it was okay, not once but twice, to try and open up a booth spreading that kind of vitriol, that hatred within a small, multicultural, tight-knit community is bizarre, but it is really telling on Supernova's response to this as well, where to them this wasn't a big deal. I would be really curious to find out who actually wrote the Twitter post, if it was the boss or if it was one of the staff members, or just, I want to know that real person's opinion on the matter, right? Were they just playing safe? Were they saying, what someone higher else was telling them to do? I don't know. But really, the fact that they weren't taking any accountability in their tweet, there wasn't any, we are so sorry, this does not represent us, this doesn't represent our community, like they said, oh, this kind of behavior is unacceptable. Like, I'm sorry, you enabled that behavior. You're part of the problem, right? Like, far out, man. Like, I'm so disappointed. I guarantee you, right, that Supernova's never gonna, invite me as a cosplay guest, as a cosplay judge or anything ever again. I don't care, to be honest. If I've got to work under someone else at Supernova, I'll do it because I'm representing them, not Supernova. But, oh my goodness. I'm very disappointed. And it breaks my heart because I have worked with a lot of the volunteers and other staff members at Supernova who are wonderful individuals, and I know who would be absolutely disgusted with this kind of thing being at Supernova. So to me, like, I'm not spitting my anger at them. I'm spitting my anger at the higher ups, because if it happened once, I'd be like, fell into the cracks, you weren't doing your work properly, whatever, right? Just turn every freaking stone before you bring these kind of people back in again, right? But no, they did it again. And to me, it just shows, in conjunction with the Supernova boss's other opinions, it shows where Supernova's kind of sitting. And I don't think that's okay. I think overall, this kind of behavior is disgusting. The Australian community, again, the cosplay community, we are small, tight-knit, and we are multicultural. We are multi-diverse. We have many people from different communities, different genders, different religions, sexualities, identities, everything, right? And I think it's absolutely wonderful that we have such a kaleidoscope of individuals, right? And conventions like this are meant to be the celebration of us, celebrating our nerddom, celebrating being different, right? Bringing everyone together and creating a delicious omelette of different people, right? Right? It's just, it breaks my heart that this happened. This doesn't represent our community at all, right? And if I don't see a proper response from Supernova swearing up and down that they are sorry and this is never gonna happen again, then Supernova doesn't represent the cosplay community at all. At all. Look, will Supernova go bankrupt with the outrage that's happening right now with everyone? No, it's not going to happen. You know, you have the general public who don't really care about this. They wouldn't even know about this kind of thing. You know, it's not really their fault. But I think the Australian cosplay and, you know, pop culture communities, I think we should really stand together and go, we don't stand for this shit. We really don't. It's taken us decades to build up the geek pop culture scene to what it is, to what Supernova is right now, you know, to where it's cool. And they want to invite this kind of rhetoric into their midst. I'm not for it. I'm absolutely not for it. And I'm really disappointed in Supernova. I'm really, really disappointed. Again, they're probably never going to hire me to represent them again. But if this is their response to their screw up once again, then so be it. Look, I want to know what your opinions are. If you were there at Supernova and you confronted these individuals, I hope that you're okay. I hope you weren't physically harmed. I hope that, you know, if they were being jerks to you, that you don't hold on to it. These kind of edgelords, really, you know, they're going to laugh at this kind of shit and go, oh, these liberals, you know, they're, you know, trying to squish my freedom of free speech. Look, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequence, and there should be no freedom for hatred, especially in our community. It is absolutely unacceptable. And I pity you people. I really, really do. You know, you don't represent us at all. And I hope we never see you again. You know, look, you're going to pop up all over, you know, wherever you fucking do. But at conventions, I hope to never see you again. And if any other convention doesn't learn from this and has these morons opening up booths again, then, oh boy, I guess we'll see what happens, eh? Anyway, look, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know your opinions. Let me know your thoughts. If there's any other content that I find that's interesting, I will link it as well in the description, just to keep everyone informed on what's going on. But other than that, you guys have a fantastic night. Please stay safe, make good choices, and hopefully I'll see you at the next con, which is not threatened by COVID, because I ain't risking shit. Definitely not. I choose life. Okay? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna jump off now. Alrighty? I love yous. Mwah. Bye.